Hi friends, in this video, I would like to share on the 7 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Before we start the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for future exciting educational videos released every week. During the 20s, most of us will tend to spend our money very irresponsibly. We then tend to regret the decision taken to spend money like that in our later years. That is why it is crucial to have a clear understanding of the money mistakes we should avoid during our 20s. Along with that, you should also be aware of the best methods available on how to save money as well. This video will show you some of the most prominent money mistakes that you should avoid in your 20s. 1. Going into debt for your wedding. Most of us will tend to celebrate special events in our life on a grand scale. It is for this same reason that we tend to do the same even for our wedding, which is considered the most significant celebration that anyone can ever have in their lifetime. This is the biggest money mistake that you should avoid in your 20s. It is not worth going into debt for your wedding. And you don't really have to invite 200 friends to your wedding and bear the cost of entertaining them. You don't have to book the most luxurious 5-star hotel or any other exotic venue to enjoy the wedding day celebrations as well. Instead, you can pick a relatively affordable venue and invite your closest friends and family members to enjoy the wedding. 2. Getting into credit card debt. Credit cards are traps. You need to be very mindful when using a credit card. If you are not mindful of the way you use it, there is a high chance that you will run into frustration in the long run. Unfortunately, most of the people in their 20s don't realize this fact. When you get a credit card with an impressive limit, you will likely tend to purchase all the fancy stuff available out there. However, you should not be making this mistake. That's because credit cards are associated with very high interest rates. You will be subjected to extremely high interest rates if you cannot pay the utilized amount, which is usually above 28%. This can eventually lead you into years of debt. 3. Getting into debt for luxury rides. During our 20s, most of us just love to enjoy our lives. This is where we tend to spend most of our money on expensive goods, such as luxurious cars. You should never get yourself into debt to purchase such a car during your 20s. It would be best if you just bought a car which you can afford without getting into any debt. This is a very crucial advice for everyone to keep in mind. A luxury car is never an investment. You will never be able to generate any positive returns once you spend your money on it. Hence, you should never get into any debt to purchase luxury rides. 4. Not having a health insurance. Health insurance is something that we all must have in our lives. That's because we have no clear understanding of any illnesses that could come later in your life. Healthcare services are expensive, and you will have to spend a considerable amount of money out of your pocket to bear them. This is why you need to ensure that you are not bearing such expensive healthcare expenses out of your pocket. Instead, you should try and purchase a health insurance cover. The premium amount that you have to pay for health insurance is lowest while you are in your 20s. Therefore, it is worthwhile for you to invest your money on a health insurance cover during your 20s. Failing to do so will be a really big mistake. 5. Not saving for retirement. It is never too early to start saving for your retirement. You are also encouraged to start saving money for retirement in your 20s. That's because you don't have too many commitments during this time. Therefore, you have all the freedom to save more money. You will not get such freedom to save money when you are married or while having kids. That's why you should try and save more than enough money for your retirement during your 20s. You must figure out the common money mistakes that you should avoid so that you can save enough money. 6. Spending more money than you make. You need to regularly take a look at your income and expenses to see whether you are spending more money than you make. If you realize that you are spending more money than you make, then you need to understand that you are making one of the biggest mistakes in life. You should take a look at the ways you spend your money and make sure that you control those expenses. This way, you will be able to save more money with ease. The total amount of money you save will eventually contribute to your betterment in the future. 7. Not taking advantage of the free time to generate additional income. During your 20s, you have lots of free time. For example, you are free from the commitments of having kids. You need to make sure that you are using this extra time that you have to generate an additional income with ease. You will also discover that there are numerous opportunities available to make additional income as well. All you have to do is to leverage on the right opportunities and earn more money. Summary and key lessons. Now I believe that you are aware of the 7 most prominent money mistakes that you could make in your 20s. It is a crucial lesson that you make sure you refrain from committing these mistakes. You will then be able to achieve financial stability in the later years of your life, and you will never regret. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for future interesting educational videos released weekly. Please feel free to leave any comment below if you have a question for me, and I will reply to it.